Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. So, one question that I get asked all the time is that, hey, Michael, I am looking at purchasing some PlayStation 5 disc based games similar to these right here, and I want to know if they will run on my PlayStation 5 before I buy them. So, obviously, with the PlayStation 5, and at least with the partial jailbreak that we have right now, we're pretty much limited to staying on a firmware that is 3.x or 4.x. So if you go to the store and maybe you only have one PlayStation 5, before you buy that game disc, you probably would want to know if it's going to run on your PlayStation 5 without being forced to upgrade. Today, I'm going to show you how you can check any game disc and make sure that it runs on your PlayStation 5 before you actually purchase it. So let's just go ahead and let's get started right now. Okay, so to begin with here, let's pretend as if you have purchased this game right here, which is Madden 22, and you want to know what version of the PlayStation 5 that currently would allow you to play it without upgrading. So it's actually very easy. The very first thing you can do is come over here to prosperopatches.com. And what we're going to do is we're just going to simply type in Madden, and then this is Madden 22. Now you do need to match up the version that you currently have to what is listed on the site here, but I know that mine is a US based version, so that is going to be the one that's correct for me. Now, once you go to the site, you can simply scroll all the way down to the bottom, because what you're looking for is the very first patch or the base game. And the base game in this example is going to be sitting here on the required firmware of 3.20. So the system that I'm going to be trying today is a 3.20 system. And let's just see, according to this theory, this game should work. So let's jump over to the PlayStation 5 right now. Okay, so on the PlayStation 5, I'm going to go to System and then Console Information. And we can see right here, we are setting at 3.20. So let's go ahead and let's go back to Home. And what I will do is I will go ahead and insert this PlayStation 5 disc into my PlayStation 5. And again, it should start installing. So let's test it. Okay, so the disc has been inserted. And we can see the disc spinning up at the very top. And there we go. It identifies the game, and now it is queued for copying. And so if you see this screen, then what that means is that your PlayStation 5 will allow you to run that game on the current firmware that it is on right now. Let's jump back and let's take a look at a couple of other games while this one is installing. Okay, so the next game that we're going to pick is going to be Real Farm. And my green screen's kind of messing that one up. But you can see this is Real Farm Premium Edition. So let's go ahead and let's check the site again. So I'm going to just go ahead and scroll up here. And we're going to type in Real Farm. And again, there is the Premium Edition. So we're going to go to the US based version since I bought it in the United States. And I am going to scroll down here, and I can see that the base game is setting on 4.00. So no matter that I've got the actual physical disc, since the base is setting at 4.00, if we insert this one into the PlayStation 5, then it will not work. Let's just go ahead and let's test that theory out. Okay, and before we go ahead and put in the Real Farm game, as you can see right here, Madden 22 is finished installing, and that game is available to play right now. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and we will get back to the main menu here, and let's insert that Real Farm disc. Okay, and there is the disc icon again up at the top that is spinning. And just like we suspected here, it says update the system to the latest version. So it says if you're playing a game right now, select update later to make sure you can save your progress in the game first. So we can take update later here, but this is where it shows that in order to play the game, it says update the system software to play this game. So that is pretty much where the road ends here with this disc called Real Farm. We still have a couple of more discs to try, but I did want to at least call out that if you insert a disc that isn't compatible or at least isn't ready to work with your firmware, then you just simply get this screen. You don't get any sort of forced updates, which a lot of people seem to be pretty concerned with. But we will go ahead here. As you can see, it says the PS5 system software will be updated. Your PS5 will restart and start the update. You always would just do something like cancel out of it, and your system is totally fine from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's try the other two discs. Okay, so we have two more discs left here, and that's going to be Ratchet and Clank and Ghost Runner. We will just do both of these together. So again, I'm going to come up to prosperopatches.com, and now we're going to type in the word Ratchet. Obviously, with Ratchet and Clank, there was many different versions, so I'm going to pick the US one based right here, and we're going to scroll down to the very bottom, and we can see that the base game is at 3.00. So Ratchet and Clank will work on a 3.20 system. So while we're in here, we'll go ahead and we will check Ghost Runner. So we'll type in Ghost Runner. Again, this is the US-based version of it. And if I scroll back down into here, I can see that this one actually requires 3.21, which means on my 3.20 system, it won't be able to play Ghost Runner, unfortunately. So let's go ahead, let's switch back over to the PlayStation 5, and let's give these two games a quick test. So we are starting with Ratchet and Clank. Obviously, you can see the disc spinning up at the top. And also, I actually beat Ratchet and Clank at least 100%. As you can see right here, 47 of 47 trophies. So this game does work 100% on a 3.20 system. So now let's go ahead and let's try the very last game disc, which is Ghost Runner. Okay, and Ghost Runner has been inserted, and as we were able to already tell, this game will not play because it does require 3.21 versus what I'm currently on, which is just the 3.20. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out!